Thomas here, and as you can see, I am in full lounge mode. Palm trees, there's a pool behind me, or in front of me actually, not behind me, and a bunch of lizards. And one of the things I actually miss about Texas, right, was the fact that you could always see lizards. As a kid, I loved geckos, I loved lizards, salamanders, you name it. And just before I was about to do this, and right now I am uploading all my trip footage up to Rockfin as one video. So I figured I'd come out here and lounge for an hour because I really couldn't do anything else. And I'm looking out the window and I'm wishing I had my camera because I see a bunch of lizards in the parking lot, right? So they're in the parking lot, and I'm watching them, and I'm looking at this bigger one, right? And it's got like a discolored head and a discolored tail, and that's always how you know, like, they're the alpha predators or whatever. And all of a sudden, I see it leap onto one of the other little lizards, get it, and start wrangling it, and the thing's fighting for its life. So instinctually, I, for some reason, jump out of my hotel room and throw my keys at it, and it kind of stops him, but not really. But then there's no stairwell for me to go down and do it. And then I realized, guess what? Dummy locked himself out of his hotel room. Yep. Lizards have replaced squirrels in Florida. Was it a replacement? Because, like, you know, down south, down in this weather, I've always seen those type of lizards. It's one of those things. So it doesn't look like I saved the lizard's life. Then on top of that, when I went to go get the keys, there were a couple cleaning people, like, going in, like, wondering, like, why they heard somebody scream and why they saw keys come flying down from the second story. And I had to explain myself kind of there too. Yeah, I know they eat them. I know they eat them, and he was definitely eating it. Like, he was getting it down. I shouldn't even have thought to fight nature, but every once in a while, something like that happens. I'm like, oh, I don't want that to happen. So anyway, guys, let's talk about what's going on in the world. Let's talk about all these mandates. Let's talk about more military personnel coming out, especially in the Navy, and saying that these mandates are absolutely ridiculous and that the mortality rate is so low. Why in the world would they do it? These people are some of the fittest in the world. Tucker Carlson just had a gentleman on. Let's sit up so I don't have sun in my eyes. So Tucker Carlson just had a gentleman on. He wrote an open letter to the military talking about how this could really devastate national security interests. But isn't that really the point? Haven't we figured it out yet? It's not about this country. It's not about the Constitution or the Bill of Rights or your freedoms anymore. No. This is a global agenda for a new world order in which they push a transhumanist agenda. And if you're not down with bootlicking and loving your slavery, well, guess what? You're out of the picture. We're going to force you out of the picture. We're going to act like society's going to leave you behind. We're going to leave common sense behind. We're going to have one answer for everything, according to Eric Schmidt. And that answer doesn't necessarily have to be the correct one. Okay? So you've got all these military personnel speaking out. I've got people reaching out to me saying that, I believe, was it the 24th? So that would be tomorrow. There is a freedom rally, a medical freedom rally in Daytona Beach. I'm not that way right now. Again, I don't know Florida that well. I just went through Miami, about 90 minutes from where I need to be in the Keys tomorrow, so I can get ready for this wedding on Saturday. And it's been a kind of like weird trip. I'm not gonna lie. On top of everything, reason that I didn't put anything out last night is I ended up going out with my stepfather. Ooh, we got one of those lizards, guys. We got one of those lizards that's flipping around. You see him? See him right over there? We're gonna try to get it in. There he is, little lizard guy. Let's see if he moves. Little curl tail. Boom, boom, boom. So anyway, if you're listening to me, I had dinner with my stepfather. That was kind of nice. It looks like he's going to go visit my little sister that just got married, and then possibly make his way up to New York. So if I end up going up the East Coast after this trip, which is very possible, then maybe we'll hook up with him again. I did the video on Epstein. I think people should check that out. Oh, he's running. Came close. Look, there it is. Now we're really with the lizard. See him? See him? I'm sorry, guys, but I'm a cornball. If you didn't know, this is what we do while we're waiting. Everything can't be all serious and stuff. Let's see what that lizard does.
He's on the little road. He's looking at me. I'm going to take a step forward now. There we go. Oh, we got another one over there. There's so many lizards. Oh, all right. So let's get up and start talking a little bit. Oh, boy, it's so gorgeous out here. See, this is one of the things, like, this is a cheap little hotel. I'm paying, I think, with taxes and fees, I think it was under $100. It's like, or either that or like 101. And then with the internet working well, that's why we stayed out here. But this is one of those things, man. Enjoy life while you can. Like, I'll be honest, it wasn't all cupcakes and rainbows. Visiting my stepfather yesterday. He's having some issues. And sometimes you just got to look at everything else, right? And I mean, just take a look at this. This isn't worth fighting for. It's not? Really? Look how gorgeous that is. That's like picture perfect. That's like I could send that on a card right now. And if I've learned anything, it's that you have to empower yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to bet on yourself. Now, that doesn't mean that you have delusions of grandeur, okay? But it does mean that you have to work hard. You have to put yourself out there in whatever respect you think you're going to be the most effective. You got to put your nose to the grindstone. You got to believe that you can expand. You got to believe that you can achieve. You got to believe that you can change the world, because you can. And that's the whole thing. They want to disempower you and say that you are a cog in the machine, that rugged individualism is wrong. That's a bad thing. It's bad. No rugged individual. And they want collectivism. They want a Borg mindset where you feel helpless and powerless. Empower yourself. You got to work hard, man. And it's not like there aren't going to be losses along the way. It's not like I just woke up one day and I'm just like, I'm going to empower myself and say things that I think that are right, and this is going to be very fruitious for me. No. I had a lot of doubters. I got a lot of haters still. I've got people right now that I can't reach that I thought I could. I mean, nothing disappointed me more, okay, than talking to my buddy, finding out that he took the double Moderna boop, had a pulmonary embolism, and is now on blood thinners, and they're watching him. Wow. Well, that kind of sucks, huh? It's not really good news. This is like, now a friend of mine for over 20 years. And other friends of mine. I mean, I'm hoping to visit one of my buddies. He's out in Fort Myers, known him since I was 12. And I know that he at least took the first shot skiing hutch. And what they don't understand is, and especially him being here, I don't know why he would have done it. Like, I'll say this. I've been around this area. I'm out by, I think, Florida City, Florida. And, looks like there might be some crime here. I went over to a Starbucks, and there were 3 cop cars outside the Walgreens. But pretty free. I'm only seeing the people working in corporate areas wearing the masks. And then even some of those ones taking them off. The vast majority of people out here are not wearing masks. That's a good thing. So I understand the appeal of Florida. Also a very large and varied state. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you go tip to tip, and you're looking at like 8.5, 9 hours. You go side to side. You can really gain some ground. It kind of reminds me of the size of Texas, right? Where you can drive all day and still be in that state. So there's a lot of variances, but look, I've got to promote this place. I see the freedom here. I didn't visit this on my trip last year. I'm actually glad that the wedding was here, so I got to see what's going on firsthand. You get to see what's going on in the media, but not really on the ground. So, mixed martial mindset. Hopefully that's going to come up in a couple hours. I contacted John Fitch. We'll be going over a varying array of news stories that I've missed over the past several days being on the road. And listen, if you're not following Fitch is great for that kind of mixed martial mindset that we talk about, that achieve your goals mindset, that be the alpha mindset. And that's not just for men, it's for women, it's for anybody. You can be an alpha in your field, absolutely. You can do things that other people will tell you are impossible. And I think that John's channel, along with self-defense and many other aspects of, I think, positive personalities are over there as well. So check out John. Hopefully in a couple hours we'll have that up. Rockfin. All the links are down below where you can support me. And Rockfin's going to have this is the 5th one of these, but we'll put this on the next block because the first 4 are all uploading together, including my folding laundry AMA. So if you missed any of that, go over to Rockfin. It's going to be combined into one video. I love you guys. and I'll see you on the flip side. Lounging with lizards, not lizard people.